Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Your man Dominic K in here, of course, at the Dominic K Show at Radio on Fire. Dominic K in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. And I hope that everybody had a great extended weekend, Labor Day and all of that. The unofficial end of summer. Fall is fastly approaching. Here in the program, we deliver the biggest political and trending news stories of the day with original reporting and interviews from across the country. Here on the show, I want to be upbeat. I want to be fun, but I also have to expose what is really going on in this country. Radio on Fire is voices giving you the American story, and it is a hell of a story. New episodes of the program drop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., but I don't want you to miss any of our live broadcasts in addition to the 8 a.m. program. We drop content throughout the day as news happens and things are constantly going on. Also here at Radio on Fire, we have a host of shows other than Diamond K in the morning. This is a podcast network, a video podcast network. And our fall lineup is really shaping up to be something special. So Dominic in the morning is also available anywhere you get your podcast, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, WRF Radio. You can download that app in the App Store. Leave me a comment. You can scroll your timeline, attend a Zoom meeting on mute, do some online shopping, all while listening to Diamond K in the morning. So as I said, a lot of things that we have to get into. The World Health Organization saying some things. In Las Vegas, a teacher is really under fire after taping a mask to a child. We're going to talk about that. And then also a Marine that just really went, something's wrong there. I'm going to get into all of that and much more after this. Welcome back. Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here. Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me. And as I said, on social media, I am at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. So the WHO, not the singing group, but I'm talking about the World Health Organization. They said that COVID-19 will mutate like the flu and is likely here to stay. Is likely here to stay. We have heard others, say things like this. And, the World Health Organization, of course, not always in the best standing, so to speak. But the executive director of the World Health Organization, the WHO, had an emergencies program. Mike Ryan, a doctor, spoke at this news conference about COVID-19 in Switzerland. And, officials at the health agency, this is a worldwide, obviously, health agency. They previously said that vaccines do not guarantee the world would eradicate COVID-19. Now, of course, with other viruses, vaccines ended up eradicating. This one, they are not sure that that's going to be the case. So World Health Organization putting this stuff out there. And this is the quote. This is the quote from Dr. Mike Ryan. He said that, "I think this virus is here to stay with us, and it will evolve like influenza, pandemic viruses. It will evolve to become one of the other viruses that affects us." Dr. Mike Ryan, the executive director of the World Health Organization's Health Emergencies Program, said at a press briefing. Now, he also went on to say that people have said we're going to eliminate or eradicate the virus. No, we're not. Very, very unlikely, he said. Very, very unlikely. So not very promising. In the world, I mean, they have, I guess, been trying to take steps to stop the spread of the virus. They're pushing vaccines. They're pushing social distancing. They're pushing masks. But a interesting quote from a technical lead from the WHO. He said that we had a chance in the beginning of this pandemic. This pandemic did not need to be this bad. So, what do you think about that? Over time, the virus mutating. This is something that we're expecting. There are a lot of other virus mutations that are kind of rising, so to speak. But the WHO saying that COVID-19 will mutate like the flu and is likely here to stay. As I have talked about on this program in the past, they want to treat COVID-19, but they don't want to eliminate it. They feel that they cannot eliminate it. I mean, it's very early to me, very early to just say, oh, we can't do nothing about it. We're just stuck with it. But that is what the WHO is saying. As of today, COVID-19 is going to mutate like the flu. Going to mutate like the flu and is likely here to stay. So the WHO's not really putting up too much resistance. I mean, they just surrendering right now. Of course, viruses evolve. Of course, they do that. There's no surprise there. But the WHO quick to say that if the world had taken early steps to stop the spread, situation could be different. Well, the situation isn't different. So what are we going to do about it now? What are we going to do about it now? That's the question. And as you can see, the World Health Organization, as you can very well understand, when you have some of the top brass surrendering and basically saying we're stuck with this early. This is early. It's not like they've been working on this for years and years and they just say, we can't do nothing about it. It's been 10 years. I mean, has it been 10 months that we've had the vaccines? I don't think it's even been 10 months. And they're already done. The WHO is already done. But we still have a lot more to deal with regards to this. And that's why a lot of people are looking at the WHO like, who? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, Diamond K in the morning. I am here weekdays, 8 a.m., giving you my take on trending topics of the day. But I could not do this program without our listeners and, of course, our sponsors. And Diamond K in the morning, of course, brought to you by Tasty Moscato. If you could pour sexy in a glass, this would be it. This smooth, seductive Moscato wine, blended with vanilla, takes your palate to a whole nother level of taste me. Unlike most, Tasty Moscato can be deliciously paired with a variety of meats, cheeses, veggies, as well as desserts. It's the sweet taste of luxury that you've been craving. That is Tasty Moscato. And of course, search Tasty Moscato on Facebook and get a bottle. Everyone that has had a chance to taste this is in love with this. Search them, as I said, on Facebook. Tasty Moscato. So, of course, we're back, and Diamond K in the morning. I'm going to talk about this Las Vegas teacher. When you see actions like this, it really makes things hard. Really makes things hard. I'm going to talk about that right after this. John McKay in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for tuning in. So we've been talking about mask mandates. We've been talking about, obviously, the kids going back to school and all of the hoopla that has been the return to school. So whether it's schools dealing with floods, schools dealing with, the hurricane, schools dealing with masks and COVID-19 outbreaks is the new reality. The new reality. In Las Vegas, we had this story coming. And like I said, I am definitely somebody who is for mask mandates. I am. We do not have a handle on this. We talked earlier about the WHO and the World Health Organization and them just submitting to COVID-19 and just saying it's going to be here to stay. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't eradicate it or nothing. That's according to the WHO, right? So when you have world organizations like the WHO talking like they're talking, that means that we definitely still need to be thinking about keeping these masks on, bare minimum. The masks have been successful. Now, everybody is not wearing a mask. Unfortunately, everybody is not wearing a mask. But let's go pre-pandemic, a doctor doing surgery. What is the main thing a doctor has on? The mask. Why does he have on the mask? To protect himself and the patient. Nurses wear masks. This is pre-pandemic. And if you were to see a doctor wearing a mask, you wouldn't think, oh, wow, his freedom has been stolen from him. When you're having your baby or different things, when folks are in the hospital, pre-pandemic, they would have you put on a mask, put on stuff on your shoes, all kinds of stuff to protect you, protect the patient. People didn't say, oh, this is a violation of my rights. This is tyranny. No, they put the mask on because you understood that it was protecting you from airborne things, germs. But for some reason, this issue has become so political that it divides us almost down the middle on the issue. And it should not. We should not be divided on the issue of masks. But regardless, in Las Vegas, an elementary teacher, I disagree with this like 300%. So this elementary school teacher, a substitute teacher at that, has faced a lot of criticism for allegedly taping a face mask to at least 2 fourth graders in front of the classroom for not wearing their mask properly. According to reports, a Las Vegas mother was furious that a substitute teacher from the school that her child attends, she wants to, send her kid to school, safely. The mother is for masking, but this educator taped the boy's face mask to his face. According to the mother, and she prefers to stay unidentified, her child wasn't allegedly the only student who had the taped face mask. I mean, taped to their mouth. And the teacher does this in a humiliating way in front of the students. So school board has been notified, and there's an internal investigation going on and all of that. But the mother wants more done. She said that she is not against face masks, but obviously, understandably, she is appalled and is now demanding that the teacher be fired from her job at the elementary school for putting her son through the humiliation in front of the classroom. I don't know if that is what's going to happen. News of this incident, obviously, there is so many, situations around the country, elementary and middle schools, with teachers being penalized for their stance on the mask mandate. Kansas City, a math teacher, was fined $1,000 after he quit ahead of his contract, deadline, as a pushback against the school district and its renewing of its mask mandate. In California, teacher was put on paid leave for bragging on Instagram that she encourages kids in her classroom not wear masks like her. Meanwhile, a teacher in Texas made a TikTok video breaking down over the lack of a mask mandate in her school, and she compared it to a school shooting. Would not go that far, but as in relationship to the case in Las Vegas that I'm talking about, where the student had the mask taped on them. So the student goes to get a drink of water, and obviously to have the water, the student had to pull the mask down. Student gets the water, comes back, doesn't have the mask up. The teacher, goes off, tapes the mask to the forehead and all this kind of stuff. And according to the student, obviously, this is one of several times that this substitute teacher did these actions. So I definitely don't support that happening. And you're dealing with elementary school kids, and you're going to have to keep reminding them. I mean, sometimes I don't have my mask on. I get out the car and I'm walking into a building and I leave the mask, and they go, "Yeah, you got to get your mask." And I go back and get the mask. So as an adult, you forget. So these are kids, and school has not been back in session that long, and taping it to the face. While I agree with mask mandates, I don't agree with them taping it to the kid's face. What would you do? What would I do? You ask me what would I do? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be calling for necessarily the teacher to be fired, but I would want something done. And I definitely would want to have a conversation with this teacher, bare minimum. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Dominic K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, this mask mandate has got folks up in arms. Some people believe in it. Some people don't. What do you believe? What do you think? I'd like to know your thoughts, and definitely hit me up on that. So Dominic in the Morning, also sponsored by the Baltimore Music Awards. 10 years since this event has been going on, and this honors entertainers in Baltimore. The TV broadcast streaming November the 4th at 7 p.m. on radioonfire.com right here. You can find out more information on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Baltimore Music Awards. Right now, they are taking nominations in all categories. Go to radioonfire.com/Baltimore Music Awards to let your voice be heard for this 10th annual event. Very excited about the Baltimore Music Awards. A lot of people talking about it. And this, as I said, the 10th year that this event is going on. And we are happy to bring that to you right here on radioonfire.com. Also, Flyers on Fire, one of the sponsors for this program and many others here on Radio on Fire, of course, supporting the show. So if you need a quality flyer, Flyers on Fire is where you go. They can design that flyer for you in 24 hours. You can be promoting something on social media or wherever. Flyers on Fire can help you brand your message with a quality flyer. Visit them on Instagram at Flyers on Fire. And we always need flyers here at WK in the Morning. Also, This is a new sponsor to Radio on Fire, but Jay Stover, is not new to Radio on Fire. She has been here for several years with regards to a program she was doing, and she is taking her beauty business to the next level. So as you say goodbye to summer, ladies, and get ready for the fall, get all of your must-have beauty products from jstoverbeauty.com. They have quality wigs, Indian hair extensions, virgin hair extensions, professional hair care products, edge control, flat iron mist, mink eyelashes, satin wig bags, wax sticks, lace concealer, lace tint, and so much more. jstoverbeauty.com also does custom wig making, maintenance, and revamp services. You can check them out on social media at jstoverbeauty on Instagram or jstoverbeauty LLC on Facebook. Be a girl with mind, a woman with attitude, and a lady with class. Visit jstoverbeauty.com. So, I mean, we talked about COVID, and we have heard them say that, oh, after Labor Day, the numbers are going to go up and all that, and that remains to be seen. I definitely encourage folks to, keep your distance and be socially distant. Wear your mask when you're indoors. All of those things, very important, and it's very important that you do that. We do not have a cure for or something to stop COVID-19, eradication of it. We do not have that. Hopefully that happens. But in the meantime, you have got to keep yourself and others safe from this airborne virus. Back into the news stories, ex-Marine, a survivalist, allegedly said that he killed a 3-month-old because he is a, quote, sick guy. Say that again. This is the alleged killer right here. He is a Marine veteran who identified himself as a survivalist, and he was experiencing visions from God, he said. Told police that he did not know the 4 members of the family that he brutally murdered over the weekend. And he admitted that he shot a 3-month-old baby because he's a sick guy. According to court documents, the suspect is 33 years old, and as I said, is an ex-Marine of Florida, was held without bond during his first court appearance yesterday. He requested his own lawyer and will be appointed one until he can secure his own. I mean, this is a sad situation here. Brian Riley is his name, and told authorities that he was high on meth when he camouflaged and murdered 4 people, including a mom who was found dead with her slain infant in her arms. Yeah, so Sunday morning, they discovered this tragedy, and he claimed that he had sent by God. Also gunned down the family's dog. So sadly, definitely want to send thoughts and prayers to those of the slain victims' families affected by this tragedy. Definitely. Of course, radioonfire.com. If you miss any episodes of our programs, that is where you go to catch up on anything. Radio on Fire is powered by the people, and we need and love your support. You can visit radioonfire.com to make a one-time donation. Join Radio on Fire's VIP club. Of course, Diamond K in the Morning on Facebook, The Diamond K Show, Radio on Fire, anywhere that you get podcasts, search Diamond K in the Morning. You get breaking news, adult conversations covering topics that are important to Black culture. Visit radioonfire.com for our original radio podcast and, of course, our TV programs. A lot of things coming up. I'm excited about all the stuff that we have going on here as this podcast network is expanding. We have more shows coming on. We have a lot to be excited about. On tomorrow, I will be joined by my father right here. And we're going to talk, of course, some news stories of the day and also highlighting a special person during each broadcast. That, of course, will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. radioonfire.com. And this weekend in the mix, of course, 6 p.m. New mixes drop from yours truly for the All Mix weekend on Saturday and also on Sunday. So you can check that out. And youtube.com/DJ Diamond K. If you miss anything, I will be back here tomorrow with Diamond K in the morning. See you guys.